Yes, on this week's episode of Where Pompey Work, we're looking ahead at the next 8 games for Pompey because some fans are saying Derby and Hull picking up results is slightly concerning. And having thought Pompey was safe 8 days ago, now it's looking a little bit more precarious. Welcome back to 20 minutes of Where Pompey Work, and we've got Sam, Jake, and Sasha and Phil back with us. I need to apologise for jumping the gun a little bit. You know your Pompey better than I do.
Yep.
Go and beat Leeds, and then you lose to Plymouth. Bill, is that the most Pompey thing ever?
Absolutely. That's the life of a Pompey fan. I think I was going to say we're all used to it, but I'm not sure we ever do get used to it. But yeah, it's certainly plenty of ups and downs.
Sam, did you see that coming at all against Plymouth? I know it's a long time ago now, given where we are, but was that at all on the cards?
I don't know if it was on the cards, but it definitely didn't surprise me. And again, it was a totally different team that played Plymouth at Fratton Park. It's like our home form is now switched to our away form, which is very concerning.
Yeah, we'll have a look at some social media takes in a second from the Preston game, of course, like we always do. But we are here to talk about the 8 games that are left for Pompey. So let's get straight into that immediately. Jake, let's have a look at the home games with you, if that's okay. I mean, I look at them and think, well, maybe like 2 weeks ago, this looked easier than it does now. But it's Blackburn up next after the international break, then a massive game against Derby, Watford, who are terrible away from home, and then the Kamara derby against Hull on the last day. What are your thoughts about those 4?
I just hope we're safe before that whole game because I can just see a 94th minute Kamara goal to send us down. But I mean, Blackburn and Watford haven't really got a massive amount to play for, so I think them two are probably more winnable than the Derby and Hull games, really. If we are going to stay up, I think it will be based on our home form. And looking at them 4 games, I am still confident we'll be okay.
Sasha, let's give you the away trips then, given that you'll probably be doing most of them. Millwall, tough trip to the CBS midweek against Coventry, a tough trip to Norwich, and then possibly not a tough trip at all, given that the season for Wednesday ended really today. Up to Sheffield again. What's your take on those 4?
Well, we've won 2 games away from home this season. I calculated on the way back from Preston last night that just as the crow flies, from my house to each of the away grounds and back, 7,604 miles. I've seen 2 wins away from home in this league. I don't think we'll see many more. Realistically, we are very much a home team. We don't do very well away. But it would be the most Pompey thing ever to pick up a result at like Norwich, because that's just the way we are, and to lose all the rest. I just hope that, like was mentioned before, hopefully we're just safe by that whole game and we don't have to worry.
I can't. I feel bad even having this conversation with you, because last week after beating Leeds, it was all very much kind of, well, that's it. You just beat Plymouth and you're safe. And now here we are. I suppose you've had the worst possible set of results, haven't you? Not just for you guys, but down at the bottom, Luton, Plymouth, all winning, Cardiff winning at the weekend. It just has closed the gap. But we asked AI what they thought, as we always kind of do. Here's what they said.
Oof. Squeaky bum.
They had you on 46 points, so surviving by 2 above Luton. You'd take that now, Phil, wouldn't you?
I'd take that right now, but it's going to be a horrible few weeks. I can tell you that. It's going to be. Yeah, I felt yesterday. Actually, after when we scored, I thought I was going to have a heart attack. So I hate to think how the rest of the season's going to feel.
We had a go at it as well using worldfootball.net, where you can actually go and type in all the results. So on the way in the pub yesterday, waiting the game. I was a bit more positive with you. I reckon you'll get to 50 points and you'll finish 18th, and there you go. And I think Cardiff, Derby, and Plymouth will be the ones to fall. But yeah, scary times though, Sam.
Yeah, it is very scary. Like, I couldn't imagine if we didn't win that Leeds game, we'd be in very big trouble. So that Leeds game is is a savior and for us. But yeah, I don't know what it was. We were so up for it for that Leeds game, and we were all over them, and we were just looked like one of the best sides in the league. And then 2 games, and we play against Plymouth and Preston, and we just look like one of the worst sides in the league again. And it's crazy to think. I did have this debate with a Swansea fan on Twitter. They think that they're the most bipolar team in the league, and I have to disagree. I think we are probably the most bipolar team in the league by far.
Yeah, it won't cheer you to know that Preston fans were full of credit for your travelling away support again and said by far, by a country mile, the best fans that we've had at Deepdale in many a year, that she said as well. But like we've said, very start of this journey, no points for plaudits, unfortunately. Portsmouth France says it was terrible game management from JM lately. We're in deep trouble if he doesn't address our chance creation issues. And then Lewis says, all of a sudden the gap is just 4 points. Still think we'll be okay, but 0 from Luton, Plymouth and Preston is so poor. And Ian says, where are the we are safe fans now? 10 down to 4 points in a week. Shocking. Can't wait for the but we played well from some fans of Moose. Last time I checked, wins get you 3 points, not silly comments like that. We're sleepwalking towards relegation as other teams win again. Jake, the fan base is getting a little bit nervous. Are they right to be? What the performance has been like?
Yeah, it doesn't take much for a bit of negativity on Twitter from Pompey fans. I mean, the performance on the Wednesday, I think we're not used to playing against a team that sits back. So we had most of the ball and we just ran out of ideas. We couldn't break them down. Saturday, I thought we were poor. And I think Mousinho said that after the game. He came out and was quite animated in his interview, just saying how poor we were, especially after getting the goal. To get back into the game and then to concede again was a disgrace, really. And he said that. So I can see why people are panicking. Yeah, I can definitely see why people are panicking. I still think there's enough teams below us that will be okay, but yeah, I can see why there's a bit of negativity around.
Okay. Sasha, this one from Alex says, how many more points are we going to have to lose because Mousinho insists on playing players out of position over Towler? Pack at fault, and now Ogilvy didn't take our chances and we paid the price again. Do you agree?
Partially. I mean, you got to remember, Mousinho and the coaching staff are going to be seeing these players train, all the time, multiple times a week. If Towler is still not getting picked, there's something very clearly not right with him. He might be doing terrible in training. Maybe he's got really poor attitude. I don't know. Only they're going to know behind the scenes what's going on and why he's so far down the pecking order. So I can see both sides of the argument, but I think there's something about Towler we don't know, because he didn't even play much in League One for us when we got promoted. So if he wasn't good enough to start in League One for us, then, would he be good enough in the Championship?
There's definitely enough fixtures, isn't there, Phil, for you to just... How many more wins do you think you need? 2?
I would say 2, yeah. For 2, maybe a couple of draws added in there, but yeah, it's hard. It's off the back of the last week. It is easy to get pessimistic, but I'd still take. I mean, we were talking about it on the way home from the game last night. Still take where we are just now. I know it's only 4 points and it was 10, but I'd still take that now. I'd like to think there's, we still have enough to do at home to stay safe, and other teams will probably. I think there's still other teams to play each other still. So yeah, I've got to remain optimistic. Otherwise, what's the point?
Well, the reason to be optimistic is that Blackburn Rovers come visiting next, and they are falling off a cliff in terms of their form, their new manager, and it's always not well. They're ready to walk out of their next home game, given how ill they feel towards the owners. And of course, you can relate to that in recent history, of course, can't you? Next week, then, we're going to be asking our panel here to look through all the players out of contract in the summer and the loan players and decide what they want to do with them. So join us for that. Thank you very much for watching this shorter version this week. Enjoy the international break, and we'll see you in 7 days' time as we look ahead to what's going to happen with Pompey over the summer. Thanks for watching.